Alright, welcome to the InstaSim channel. Today I'm playing Hogwarts Legacy. In the last episode, we were going through a goblin mine. We found some of Rock's plans, some of the schematics for his plans, and in this episode I'm gearing up for a big battle. Obviously, because we always have to in this game. And we have found a lot of information, so that's always good. So we're going to take it to Lodgok, hopefully quickly. But we'll see. Right, I'm going to make sure I have... That's ready, that's fine. Right, so we have those there. I do want... Expelliarmus there. That transformation spell is actually quite handy. Put the pulso. I do want to get rid of Incendio though, because that's a terrible spell. Glacius. That's usually quite handy as well. Right, so the first two have pretty much all the spells we need at the moment. Really? We might have some goblins up here then.
This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me.
More than I bargained for as well.
We know what they're up to. We can get out of here.
Yeah, but that's not going to be easy, is it? What's the way out? Yeah, we can't open that lock, that's fine. I take it this is the way out then.
We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed.
Yeah, that took us down though, didn't it? So... But there's probably going to be goblins outside. Come on, I've geared up for like, you know, a pretty big battle of between us and goblins because, you know, they're going to be very angry with us.
Can we please talk about what just happened?
Fine.
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday.
That's
Without
fine.
further ado, adieu.
Right. Okay, Lodgok, I'm back.
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled. and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she had been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
Maybe we can trust him after all. Anyway, we have another quest to do. Let's track this one first so we can get Imperio, and then we'll do post egg if we're not in level 21 yet. I believe he was in Feldcroft. Yeah, he's close enough to Feldcroft. There he is.
Looks rather dark in there. Never stopped me before.
You're here. Good.
Hold on.
Oh, nice to see you here. Ah, isn't the sea air refreshing?
Sebastian, that relic you mentioned.
I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this catacomb. From what I read in a report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them, so I must assume it's still here. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it. For Anne. I need to see her.
I'd be interested to know what else the student discovered.
Have a look. Unfortunately, there's no name on it, but I suspect if it was important enough for Slytherin to stash in his spellbook, it's worthy of further study.
Okay.
I'm ready to explore the catacomb. Perhaps we can visit Anne when we've finished.
Perfect. By the way, Ominous has been asking about you. You didn't tell him what we were doing, did you?
I
No.
didn't. I promise.
Good. Ominous would be livid if he knew what we were about to do.
Student report. The catacomb assignment yielded more than I'd imagined. Learning about our ancestors was illuminating. However, I stumbled upon something else I could not ignore. In an area behind the great room which had suffered decay, amid the turned over sarcophagi, I discovered an oddly sharp shaped relic. Immediately I sensed its power. I would be thrilled to study the relic further if only the removal of objects were allowed.
I'll be interested to compare what lies inside to what I've read about this catacomb.
Okay. I hope there's no spiders in here. Ugh.
I'm sure that foul smell is the scent of success. Try not to lose your nerve just yet.
Alright. Oh, of course there's fucking spiders.
Bombarda. Crucial. Glaciers. Depulso. Expelliarmus. At least now we know we're not alone in here.
Perhaps that was it. And the rest of the tomb will be insect-free.
I hope
Yeah,
so.
spiders aren't insects.
Haha.
Opening all of these is tempting.
We're here for a reason. I'd say opening them all is justified.
Oh, hello.
This room is taller than it looks.
Wingardium Leviosa.
What was down here again? No thanks.
Confringo. Defender. Crucio. Bombarda. Confringo. Lapio. Potato.
Hang on.
Finding a chest in an inconspicuous loft. Brilliant.
Yep. Just brilliant.
Bombarda.
Watch your step. I nearly slipped there.
Really? Trying to find out which way is optional, which way is...
Now this is the sort of great room I want to be buried in.
Surrounded by grandeur.
Grandeur and then some. Even an altar with a pile of bones. Lovely.
Bones outside a sarcophagus. Seems odd. There's something here by the altar.
I foolishly mentioned the relic in my report and was reminded to leave it where it lay, but research must come before my fealty to the rules. I sensed something about this relic. I was told that those chosen by English oak ones have powerful intuition. I believe it. Therefore, when no one was looking, I acted. I conjured 2 barricades to isolate the relic. Ancestors forgive me, but I used their very bones as the key. I planned to return to it, but first I must ready myself for our next assignment, learning the Imperious Curse. The spell is said to serve well against enemies.
What did you find?
Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the relic and conjuring barricades using bones.
Of course. The student's summary referenced a space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades. I'll look around and see what we missed. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it.
It does mention something else. It says their next assignment was learning the Imperius Curse.
Really? Interesting. We need to focus on moving beyond this room. But let me think for a moment.
Do you think the pages were left here on purpose?
Slytherin mentioned a student who excelled in charms and always carried a satchel stuffed full of notes. They might have been left on purpose, or the student may have simply dropped them.
Of course. I'll start to search for those barricades.
Brilliant. There's more to this than even I imagined. Look, bones stacked oddly on either side of this archway.
Leave no stone unturned. Or in this case, no bone.
Huh.
Accio!
This archway's been barricaded. We can find
Oh, bugger.
Defender! Bombarder! Accio!
There better not be another spider somewhere.
Reparo!
Yeah, that didn't do anything either.
Bombarder!
We're in a tomb. I assume eerie sounds come with the territory.
Accio!
As long as there are no more spiders. More bones.
Reparo! Bombarder!
We've made it this far, but clearly we have more to do.
Accio! Lumos!
Aha!
Accio!
Yeah, we can't open that one.
Lumos! Accio!
More bones.
Accio! Lumos!
Hope that's not spiders. Small bones, perfect. Okay.
Lumos!
Exactly what I do with these, I'm not entirely sure.
Reparo!
Yeah, that's not doing anything. What did it say in this note? Conjured 2 barricades to isolate the relic. Oh, okay.
I need to find a safe way across.
I wonder. Okay. Aha!
You've done
Perfect.
it. I knew we'd get through. I felt it in my bones.
Nice.
Before we trudge on further, I've just realized something. The student's diary mentions the Imperious Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control. So, if you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you.
Yes, I'd like to.
It's
Definitely.
probably wise to know the spell.
I couldn't agree more. A spell that could save your life shouldn't be unforgivable. You have a lot at stake. You have an ability.
Yeah, but there's a lot of other things it can do as well, mate, which is why it's unforgivable in the first place.
Focus your wand movement. It's not an easy spell to master. There we go. Something troubling ahead. Be on your guard.
Well, let's try Imperio. Right then. I'm going to end this episode here, only because we've learned Imperio now, which is exactly what I wanted to do in the first place. And this video is getting a bit long. So in the next episode, we're going to go find that relic. I'm not sure how far away we are from it. We're in a decently secure place at the moment, which is okay. And in the next episode, we'll go forward from here. In any case, that's great for this episode. So then, thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Hogwarts Legacy. Hope you guys found it entertaining. If you did, don't forget to like, leave a comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. It'll help me a lot to get more videos like this. Also, don't forget to like my Facebook page on Twitter and on Twitch. And as always, I'll see you all in the next video. But until then, goodbye.